Well, welcome back to this series of barn conversion videos. We've been showing you the progress here in Norfolk as we convert this barn, and we have not videoed this for some weeks now. This is a new addition, rather nice freestanding piece of utility room furniture that's been commissioned for us, commissioned by us and produced by a local cabinet maker in what we thought was going to be English oak. Turns out it's probably continental French, in fact, he fessed up. But solid wood nonetheless, which is something we found really difficult to find from any of the larger kitchen companies. So we went with a local craftsman that has produced this for us. Beautiful double pie-crusted front on the Shaw's butler sink, the devolved taps that I'd seen and coveted, and if you're aficionado of kitchens then you may recognise this as being semi-familiar from the Heritage Collection in the devolved catalogues, which we absolutely love. But could I get the wife to go down to Leicestershire and have a look at the devolved pieces during a pandemic? No, she wasn't having any of that, but we did go with a local craftsman. We've got double utilities in here on the doors, which are going to probably house tumble dryer and a washing machine. None of the plumbing's in place at the moment. We're still waiting for the plumbers to come back and finish us off. So, gap, a little bit of just what it's going to look like in place, but the marble was templated and put on for us by Perfits from down in Suffolk. I was going to say Bury St Edmunds, but they're in Diss. And we're very pleased with this. It gives us the effect in here of a lovely freestanding piece of furniture. Although at 2.7 metres with a marble top and ceramic sink, nobody's going to be lifting this anywhere in the near future. But the overall effect with the lighting in here is very pleasing. Just one part, this is going to be the scullery. Thinking on here, freestanding fridge or a unit maybe with a larder built into it of some description. We haven't decided yet because of the boarding on the walls. It's making it quite difficult to actually get exactly the right furniture. Let's show you the main barn, which really is a wonderful success. Last bit of the lighting's being picked up Monday, I think now. It's being rewired, the chandelier that's going in the central portion. But the light in this room during the day is just fantastic. This is quadruple aspect. Prep table in the centre is an old art table which was restored. Stripped all the acrylics, glue, plaster, chewing gum, everything off it. It's come up really beautiful. It's painted in I think it's Castel Pink from Little Green Company. Really nice colour. We've stripped the lats on the base, which give us this lovely storage area. And the patina on the surface we just love. Look at that. It's got some real character. There's still the remnants of the paint. The marking on it, this wood's seen some action. It's a beautiful smooth surface. We've done it with 90, 120 and 240 paper, and it feels like silk. Really nice surface. Little dresser at the back, Kate's just playing with at the moment. Not one of my favourite purchases, I'll be honest, but we're getting some paint colour on that. It does have a top here. Undecided whether we're going to use that or not. It's still going to be painted. Kitchen's yet to be fitted in here, but we're already using this room. The dining table's come over from the cottage and is looking really well in this position. The light looking back towards the main house and the old cottage that links this barn to the Georgian part of the farmhouse is really fantastic. And if I rotate round and show you this view through the French window out onto the patio now, has made an absolutely wonderful seating area. Boarded again on the back, the same tongue and groove, just covering up the old brickwork. We've retained some of the character here with the exposed limed brick and the wooden beams that we've limed and then sanded quite hard back to give that character and feel that you are still in an old barn rather than a new build. This patio area goes out now. We were going to extend this with a raised patio, but in the end builders decided we really should put some steps down here, and I think they were right, because it gives us this lovely seating area on the steps looking out over the kitchen cutting garden, which we've opened up. The gravel path's going to go right the way back to in front of that fruit cage where I've just put that white plastic chair to give us the effect and the gravel's going to extend down there now and give us these long views. We get the sunsets in the evening looking up towards the northwest through this aspect. Inside, the light is just wonderful. Look at this ceiling. We've got a sloping ceiling here, and then the full exposed barn, cavernous full height with just the right, I think, amount of wood in the ceiling there to give you these effects. The end window, the tall window, which really filled the gap between the stable door on the ground floor and the hay barn loft, which was on the first floor, which has been removed now to expose this full height, really lets the light flood in from the east in the morning. We then get it streaming in through here during the early afternoon, and then in the evenings, as you can see, looking towards the west, this French door really comes into its own with a further seating area here. Brought some chairs in from the main house, still playing with the furnishings in this room, but beautiful aspect going out onto where the old swimming pool was and the new garden that's really come into its own. We'll do a separate video and show you exactly what we've been up to out there. Major additions to the work have been carried out over the last 2 or 3 months, where we've really stressed our building team by adding in additional tasks and features. But it's been wonderful having the freedom to do that. We overran, yes, we went over budget, but we ended up with something that we are really happy and pleased with, and was far better than the original we envisaged. One final little room to show you. The ensuite shower and toilet room, still waiting for the plumbers to come back on Monday, we're promised. The dolphin toilet, I think, is going to look very fine against this blue panelling. It's going to be boxed in, all the plumbing at the rear there. Tiling's done for the walk-in shower, which is all just sitting here waiting for the plumber to come and do his thing. Sink unit's going in front of the window. I think, again, this gets some beautiful light in the evening. It's going to be a really quite nice bright room, despite it only having the single window. We were thinking at one stage of putting some more ceiling windows into this, some barn Velux window type. Well, there would have been conservation windows, but I don't think it's necessary. The light in here is wonderful. It gives you that lovely, from here, long view right the way back through the barn. Fantastic space. We're really pleased with it. Little bit of finishing off, little bit of snagging, but we're almost there now. And looking forward to going on to number 2 and number 3 barns, which you can just see across that courtyard area in front of me. They're scheduled for works to commence next March. So, plenty more to do here, lots of projects, lots of exciting changes. Thanks for following us through this barn work, restoration and conversion. We'll do a final one when the last of the lights go up. We've got 2 more brass chandeliers and a lovely French basket chandelier come in the middle here, which really should further improve these lighting circuits, which have been so successful.